It's a good book, dude. Well, so far, we'll see. I'm not sure. I haven't finished it, and I'm sure there's pushback. It's an ambitious book. The guy did a book, I think George Friedman. It's called The Next 100 Years. He wrote it in 2009. And he tried to lay out where we'll be in terms of geopolitics. And to define it, he's saying geopolitics are the kind of like the churning and like invisible forces that come about from a bunch of distinct countries pursuing their rational end of like, if you're from Yugoslavia, you're going to want Yugoslavia to be doing as good as Yugoslavia possibly can do, and that'll have an effect on the neighboring country, which then a bigger power might have to intervene. So he's saying that's geopolitics. There's just these things pushing at each other, and then things kind of pop up and happen. So he was saying his prediction is where we'll be in 2100. And the best part about it is he just comes right off the bat and he goes, it's going to look like I'm America centric, but all of this shit about America, like being over, he's like, it's just hogwash. He's like, we're a young democracy.
I agree with that.
We're a young democracy. We have just unrivaled military and economic power. He's like, it's not even fucking close. Like, he's like, it's not like our Navy, just our naval power. It's ridiculous.
I've chatted naval power on here. I
know.
it.
I know.
We have 11 aircraft carriers.
Dude.
Most countries have fucking zero.
It's crazy.
Zero.
Did you get into
I think the next like top 10 combined don't equal how many we have.
Yeah. It's
crazy. But there's one downside of that. That shit can get outdated. Your military can be obsolete in 10 years. It's happened before in history.
Really?
Yeah. Techniques and the technology your military uses. Like, I think it was World War I. Italy had a nice little fleet. And then aircraft came around and just fucking bombed the fuck out of their fleet while it was in,
yeah,
and they're
true.
like, fuck, we wasted all of our time and money on that.
Yeah, and you don't have any more left.
Now, where are the boats?
No,
they were just here.
Whose side were they on in World War I?
World War I, they were...
They didn't join the Axis. That was World
War II was Axis. Then they flipped.
I know.
World War II, they're like,
very Italian.
You're not doing great. We switch his head.
Hey, what's going on?
World War I, the Italians were fighting the Austrians.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think they were on the Allies.
Are you with the conspiracy theory? Well, no, it was back then. It was conspiracy theory by one of like the German leaders saying like that was all orchestrated to knock Germany down.
Yeah.
Like England conspired because England wanted to fuck them up.
Yeah, that's some Hitler talk.
Is that Hitler talk?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard
that's good Hitler talk.
That's Hitler talk.
No, it was World War I started with Serbia.
Yeah,
they shot Franz Ferdinand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, dude, the book talks. So basically, the book saying
Russia jumped in, and Russia and Germany jumped in. And they were like, "Don't fuck with us."
Yeah. So the book was basically saying, like, dude, all this talk about America, like America's a young country that's like leaving pretty recently in terms of like historical like span of like, civilizations or whatever. It's just leaving a barbaric phase. Like we're just getting out of barbarism. And it's like, relatively in terms of like how our very beginnings, because we got to start a little later on.
I don't like when they talk in phases like that.
Yeah.
Like, because they were doing that with Islam for a while. They were like, well, when Christianity was this old, we were doing the Inquisition. And it's like, yeah, but that we didn't do the Inquisition in 2020.
Yeah.
But
he's saying
he's just like, a weird.
He was like, true. But he's saying we're like going. He's like, Europe ruled. What did they have their thing for like 300-400 years? That's when like they had like their dominion over like the greater part of the world.
Yeah.
So they were all running around doing all this crazy stuff where like they were just conquering, but then they would fight each other in the meantime. They'd have all the little things, and like England would be like, "What's up, France?" Bah! France like, "Fuck you, dude." They basically tore each other to shreds. They just tore themselves to shreds. And I think the one thing they were saying is America in the First World War. No, I think it was the second. They stepped in to help. Because England was fucked in the Second World War. America was like, "We'll help you," and they did this thing. It was this weird naval deal where like, "We'll lend you boats, but you got to give us all of your naval bases, like kind of close to us." So America apparently like assumed a ton of like English or British naval bases.
Yeah, they say that World War II was actually, it might have been World War I, was like when the banks shifted from London to America.
Yeah.
Like it all shifted to America. We took everybody's loans.
Yeah.
We paid for the war. We profited off the war. We were late to both wars. We didn't join either of them until late.
America was 500,000 dead, and I think World War II had 10 million casualties.
Yeah.
Was not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 500,000 bros. They were saying like a whole
There's
almost
way more than 10 million casualties.
Yeah, true.
Like
yeah,
Russia had 20.
yeah. See, and they were saying like there was like almost
England
like
had like
an
6. No, that might be strong. 4 mil.
well, they were
2.
saying that like almost there were countries where like almost an
I
entire
was off on
generation
that.
of men got wiped out.
Yeah.
They're like an
France.
entire generation of dudes just gone.
There's a year in France that there's no men that year from World War
What?
One. Yeah.
Dude. Well, basically, so the book is basically saying like going off of like the European, like for how long Europe was in power, they had like a long time. They got to kind of like they eventually, you know, they basically put us like just destroyed each other. But he was like, America's only been in power for so long, and we also have this unprecedented like economic power, control of both the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, which is big. And they're basically saying like, dude, we'll be ruling up until 2100, and they think that the biggest the person who will come to power that nobody is actually like predicting, Mexico. They're saying in the year 2100, Mexico is going to try to claim Texas back and parts of like the part we took from Mexico.
Yeah, right.
Dude, well, this is why they're saying that, because they're saying we're going to have the population is going to drop, and then we're going to have to start enticing it'll be the opposite where we're trying to keep people out. We're going to be competing to entice immigrants to come to the country, and then like that's going to like boost their economy and all.
Does he talk about how China's population is actually dropping?
He basically says China's just going to.
China's dropping, and they're all old now.
Well, he was saying
China's in trouble.
They're going to revolt, and this is
They
in
are gonna
2009.
revolt.
He was like, the coastal regions in China get really rich when they open up trade to the outside world, and then the people on like the inside of China just are poor as fuck, and then they eventually just revolt against the rich.
Yellow
He was like,
turbans, bro.
China in 2009. He also called. He goes, this whole like jihadist war, nothing. He's like, that'll just go away.
Yeah.
He's right about that.
Yeah.
He's like he called it a spasm. He's like, that was just a spasm.
Well, I think that was a bit of a result of the West meddling, dude.
Well, dude, so he talks about the fact that after
the
World War
jihadis
II,
they were just poor guys chilling.
oh yeah,
Getting
well,
fucked with.
so what he was saying is
Not saying they're good guys.
yeah, no, yeah, they're just
I don't want to sound like a damn hippie right now.
no, they're just guys. You know,
They're dudes.
They got sucked into a thing.
They
I think that
were
was
up to
larger.
no good themselves.
They were trying to restore a world Muslim empire.
Yeah.
That's what he talked about that a lot. Again, I'm only like a quarter of the way through.
He wants the Ottomans, dude.
He talked about how like
Caliphate.
those dudes would be like, "Yo, we used to run the world. Let's
Yeah.
go."
The Ottoman Empire was big dogs.
Yeah, but like they didn't know what the fuck was going on. 'Cause then like meanwhile, America's like
Who?
the dudes over in the Middle East.
No, they were doing it was oil got them. Once once Europe was like, yeah, Europe and America were like, what do you guys have? We need oil.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. People are like, oh, America still is a major producer of oil. They still produce a ton of energy, just not as much as like the leading.
We might have to cut off the Ruskies. They
Dude.
keep acting up.
Oh, the Ruskies.
We're gonna prohibit Europe from buying Russian oil.
He was saying.
But then they'll go to China.
He said Russia will collapse again as well. He's like Russia's.
I think Russia's already on its fucking.
But he said like
heels.
like the fall of they'll do like a fall of the Soviet Union.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing he was saying was once World War II
It's good
happened.
we're predicting the future right now.
This guy did it.
With all my fucking
Dude.
I rewatched the last episode of Adam Curtis this week. I know all about this stuff.
Exactly, dude. I read this one book, and at least now I was able to go like, oh, I've like heard stuff like that. But what he was saying after World War II, Europe was just in shambles. Russia was like, well, we'll be king of the shambles, and we'll run Europe, and we'll get like access to Europe's kind of like farm, all this other stuff. And America was like, we can't have that. So that was the Cold War. And then once the Soviet Union collapsed, the Soviet Union kept that like weird no man's land of Eastern Europe into the Middle East in check. Yeah, kept them in check.
Yeah,
because they wouldn't bust it. Because that was all dudes from like old civilizations who would be like, the Phoenicians will rise. Like, there were all these weird old civilizations like, we got to fucking rise again. But Russia would be like, not right now, guys, stop.
Yeah.
As soon as Russia fell, because we had been training Afghan, you know, that like the Afghani guys the whole time. Russia fell, and then they were like, oh shit, this is up for grabs now. So it's been a nonstop domino. People were like, oh shit, they collapsed, up for grabs.
Yeah,
pretty tight.
Yeah,
and just the whole place. Apparently, I didn't know that after the Cold War, that stretch of like the Balkans, just fucking erupted. It was that was like Kosovo and all that shit when we were little.
Yes,
I didn't know about that. I mean, I heard about it, but that's where it came from.
Of course,
I didn't know this.
This is how history works.
I knew this is how it would go.
You can literally. It keeps going.
It's crazy.
You can blame the way things are right now is from the American Civil War,
dude, and that's
things that happened then.
Yeah,
things that happened, and that happened because of the revolution. That happened because
It's crazy.
Every single thing you can.
It's pretty tight.
The way things are now is because of the Haitian Revolution. That's how history works.
It was nuts.
It's wild.
Man. It was really nuts.
That's why I'm such a big fan of it. I say, wow, what a great subject.
Wow. But the funny
when I was a young boy in 5th grade, I said, wow, what a great subject.
That's interesting. The funny thing was he was saying America, the reason we get all doom and gloom all the time, he's like, that's just built into the way we are. Because we're still in a thing where it's like we're paranoid as fuck because we've done all these things out of this position of like a scared, young, insecure country of being like, fuck, we got to build a navy, fuck. And we've just amassed this gigantic fucking superpower.
Somebody sent me a book. I got to check it out, dude.
Yeah.
It's a hero of both worlds. It's about Lafayette.
What?
You'd like this boy.
What's he do?
He was a baller in France. He came over and helped.
Oh, the guy who trained
the American
George Washington,
Revolution, and then he went back for the French Revolution.
Damn.
He's a G. I
sick.
think, if I recall correctly, he was kind of against the French Revolution. He was like, "Yo, chill the fuck out."
Beast.
And the boys got wild anyway.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Those
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
jerks.
that book was pumping me up big time, dude. France had one good run. Napoleon pushed it. Napoleon had a nice
France
push.
has been beasts throughout history. Joan of
Yeah.
Arc was a beast. I mean, they were always
True.
the beast of Europe.
I never really.
Till the Deutschland came around, dude. Deutschland.
Yeah.
England and France were always the ones fighting because they were both trying to assert. I said Spain, dude. Spain's up there with France. Historical domination.
Yeah.
Spain rules.
Yeah, they were all doing their thing.
Now they're taking naps. They did it. They worked.
Dude,
They're done working. They retired.
retired.
Spain retired. Greece retired first. Greece was like, we're done forever. We did it.
Yeah.
And she was talking, this made me laugh about just how they've been in, like she went over there in 2016 and they still hadn't touched buildings that they were building in '08 from the collapse. So there's more ruins.
Oh, that's what you're
Greece
talking
is
about. Ruins.
actively operating on ruins. They built more ruins in '08. The entire country's ruins and stray dogs.
So they just abandoned like skyscrapers and
They
like,
abandoned every construction project that they were working
It's
on.
beautiful now.
Yeah.
This is
They're
where
like,
guys
"This
in
is
hard
very
hats
good,
used to
isn't
eat lunch 4 years ago and they
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah, Greece loves ruins. Spain's up there. Spain rules.
Yeah, he's
They
gonna
went
get
hard and then they took a nap.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was-
we were in agreement America's the best, though.
No, that was good to hear though. You get a lot of people dooming on that whole thing, like, oh, we're falling into, and it's like this guy was like, dude, it's like an adolescent phase America's going through. We're like, oh, like we'll go through periods of like we're the fucking best, and be like, oh fuck, everything's falling apart. He's like, you just go in and out.
Yeah.
He's like, we're immature as a culture, and we're gonna reach maturity in the next 50 years because apparently he was saying you go through the barbaric phase, which is like basically the people of a country, you know, he's like, there's differences here and there, but by and large, it's people who are like, if you disagree with what I think fundamentally, you either need to completely change your views right now or be destroyed or silenced. He's like, that's barbaric. Once you're truly civilized, you're able to have your own views and be like, I believe in my views. I can hear like I can see what you're saying. Take little parts, things. You're not just like, shut the fuck up, right? That's barbaric. And then he said after what happens is people go from civilization into the decadent phase where it's like, nothing's even right at all. Who knows what's what?
You become a rich kid from Manhattan.
Yep, and that's Europe. He's like that. Europe's in a decadent. He's like Europe fell into decadence, and it's just kind of like, who even knows why did you Americans even make such a big? He's like, that's bullshit. Barbarism's bullshit. We need to reach our civilized phase before we clash with the lads.
The lads.
He thinks Poland's going to become a next superpower. I think he said Poland. Turkey. He's got his.
So he's saying Poland and Mexico. He's saying the rise of the Catholics.
Yes, and Turkey. He thinks Turkey's gonna
It's
rise.
time for the Turks to convert.
He was basically saying a lot of the great Islamic stuff was a lot of it came through Turkey or like had Turkish print on it. So he was like Turkey, Poland, U.S., Mexico. He's like they will be the superpowers of the world.
I fuck with that.
Russia collapses, China collapses. Poland's gonna be strong.
Poland's gonna be tight.
He said Poland has been off the map for a while. He's like they're gonna come back. So they were great in like the 1400s.
They were.
He said they're coming back.
They stopped the fucking the Muslims.
Yeah, dude.
I think it was the Hungarians and Polacks.
They just did a big head shield, dude. They just fucking
Yeah, they ran straight at them with their dumb heads. But then the Ruskies and the Germans gave them what for?
Yeah, that's tough.
Now the Germans are soft, dude. I think they might be lulling us into. They might be lulling us, dude.
Nah, Germany's.
They're like, no, we're good guys.
True.
We forget about what we did.
True. We actually care about carbon emissions. We don't even. Not even work.
Forget about that thing, babe. I love you, dude. I'll never cheat on you again, even though I cheated on you twice.
Yeah. Germany's. I think Germany. That was the other thing they're saying about America. we're not that densely populated at all. And we have more farmable land per acre than almost any other country.
Definitely.
So it's
That's
like,
what fired me up. I remember that when the Japanese,
we'll get it back.
when the Japanese were going to war with America, they were like having war discussions. Should we attack Pearl Harbor? Should we start this war? And there were dudes, half of them had studied in America. Most of their officers had studied in America, and they were like, don't do it.
Yeah.
This whole thing it's a field. They have all the food and industry in the world.
Yep.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
And they did it, dude. And they found out. They learned a very valuable lesson.
True.
The hard way.
He pumps
Twice.
Japan. He pumps Japan up big time. He's like, Japan
rules.
Japan will keep going up.
You think Japan in Asia is going to be the new number one?
He said Japan's going to keep going up.
China is going to be a real fucking problem when they're all 90. When a billion people are 90. India and China are going to be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Those are going to be real drags on the global economy.
Is India getting super old?
I think India is still churning them out.
Yeah,
I think they're still churning the young boys out.
He didn't mention India. He hasn't. I'm only in the beginning of the
India
book.
is who I'm pumped on. India and Pakistan.
Dude. Well,
Pakistan is in the bag.
India's been keeping the Middle East in check. India's been our
I
guys
will become
for a while.
pilot for Pakistan and defeat India. Oh, wow. Great. You ever watch that video? That's maybe the best video of all time.
What is it?
It's a school, and each kid is coming up and screaming what they're going to do for Pakistan.
Yeah.
And they all love Pakistan. And there's this big fat lady leaning on she's not even trying half the time. She's like leaning on a podium like, what will you do for Pakistan? It's like, I will teach many kids how to become great students of Pakistan. She's like, oh, wow, he's going to teach the youth. Then the next guy will come up and will be like, I will become a great pilot for Pakistan and bomb India. And she's like, he's going to bomb India. Wow. It's so good, dude. One kid comes up half green, half white face. He's painted with the Pakistan flag. He's like, I will sacrifice my life for Pakistan.
It's barbarism.
It's shit rules.
It's not. People say they don't like that word at all, but that's the definition.
Yeah, but the thing I disagree with is it's not about how long you've been around, because India is fairly new. China's been around since Moses had a paper route.
Old as hell.
You know, Egypt. How are they doing?
We saved
marrying my damn sister. Egypt. That's what those fuckers are doing.
U.S. allowed that though.
Getting on a boat, coming over here and fucking my sister.
The U.S. That was an American intervention. America made that possible. If America didn't intercede,
if we let Israel continue to rock their world,
Israel, France, and like one other European country went for Egypt. America was like, no.
France went for Egypt.
Yeah,
with Napoleon.
But I think Israel
had a war with them, and Israel called off the dogs and gave them back a strip of land.
This guy claims that America stepped in and stopped Israel and two other countries from attacking Egypt. And it was like, no. Basically said like, you guys didn't run that by us, therefore.
I think it was the 7 Days War.
Is that what it was?
There's a 7 Days War where Israel just slaughtered Egypt.
Why?
Egypt, they were talking shit. The Middle East was like, all right, let's go. Let's get them. And they ended up getting fucking destroyed.
Did they really?
Yeah, they got rocked. And Israel was like, all right, you can have it back. Don't fuck with us again.
Yeah, leave us alone.
Israel's mean. It was a 6 Day War. Look at the casualties.
I'm surprised the Israelites didn't destroy the pyramids. You think they would have taken a little blow?
They would have been like, no, they got there. They said, wow, what a great pyramid.
Oh, the alien force field would have kicked in and blocked their bombs.
Wow, what a great monument.
Damn.
Check out, you know what another good one is that people don't know about is Iraq, Iran.
Really?
They had a war with like, I'm talking 1 million casualties.
What?
Recently.
Did they really?
70s? 77?
That was pre-Desert Storm.
That might be too early. Yeah, Desert Storm was like early 90s. 80 to 88 was this war? Iraq, Iran? I was way off. No, that's probably it.
And they were just attacking each other?
Those casualties.
Yeah,
You're gonna be surprised.
He got into that whole. I'm obsessed with the Eastern Europe stuff where it was like they were like doing like horrific genocide shit to each other constantly.
Read Bloodlands.
Is that what that's the whole thing about?
It's about Eastern Europe. It's about that area.
I got to listen to that again. Yeah. That was the other thing the book talked about, how the United States has been. We've been warring. I think like 22% of the time we've been like a country, and the last 20 years we've been in war just nonstop. And they're saying basically. It's not so much we're going to fight big battles, but we have to be constantly destabilizing anything that looks like an alliance against us. the United States military is just constantly and just never ending, just destabilizing every single thing that pops up that looks like they could form some alliance against us. They'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy. You can just cut off, according to the book.
Did he pump Brazil up at all? Because Brazil's big right now.
Not yet. He hasn't pumped up
He's
Brazil.
going to pump Brazil up. They're a huge population. You know who's going to be big? Nigeria.
Oh, yeah.
Write it down, dude. They're blowing up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're getting money, bro.
They're getting paid. They're tricking everybody.
They are.
They're making they're taking all the nannies' monies.
They're about the bag, dude.
But their population's gigantic.
Is it
They're
really?
like top 10. Nigeria's getting money.
Right.
Brazil is coming, although they've just had a bit of a setback lately.
What happened?
I don't know. Their whole fucking country caught on fire that time.
Oh, that stinks.
And then, this is bad. That's
that
bad
stinks.
for business.
That stinks.
That's a bad world leader. That's gotta hurt your reelection.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, weren't you gotta let the whole thing catch on fire?
The whole country. It stinks. How'd they catch on fire?
The Amazon. They're just deforesting
Yikes.
they're just getting money.
Yeah,
They're not worried about the global oxygen.
Securing the bag.
Yeah. It's time to secure the bag.
That must be so sweet, dude. The amount of money in destroying the rainforest must be so enticing.
Yeah. You have to
People
destroy
being
it.
like,
And then all of us are like, what about all the monkeys that live there? They're like, no, we are around them. They suck.
yeah, true.
Burn it down, dude.
Yeah, true. It's the scariest woods.
It's the scariest woods ever.
Yeah,
Loud. Louder than hell. You're trying to get some shut-eye in the jungle.
Yeah, dude.
This is a podcast. We're breaking
Now
down
it's-
geopolitics.
Dude, we're breaking
and
down.
how loud the fucking woods are.
You're like just hot. You're like, I'm gonna get so paid off all these trees, and you come across like people who have been in there for like 500,000 years. You're like, shit,
I'm not going to tell anybody you guys
Shit.
existed.
shit.
Yeah. No, you got to mow them down. Like, they never existed.
Just that big spiked fucking
yeah.
paver. Be like, just.
Get out of the way.
I mean, dude,
Move.
imagine. Be like, come on, guys. You got it. You got
Move.
5 seconds. Yeah.
You're going to love our shit.
Yeah, come check out Rio.
We have walls. Check out walls. Wait till you get a kick out of fucking walls.
Yeah, man. I haven't got to Brazil yet, but the Polish one, I was like, damn, dude. I hope we don't fight Mexico, dude.
We won't fight
same
the
Rosa
lads,
Rios,
dude.
dude.
There's too much. There's going to be too much crossover. We're boys.
Well, dude, that's his whole point. Is like nobody would have predicted so many of the things of World War I, World War II seem unpredictable. So he's like, whenever you're making big long-term predictions, he's like, you got to throw
Like
in
what?
some-
What does he mean was unpredictable?
I think back then they didn't think America would become a superpower. Like way back in like the 1800s. Europe was laughing
No,
at
but that's
America.
dude. Then they saw what we did in the Civil War, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Yo,
So what was the one that America lost to England for? Was that the War of 1812?
1812." Yeah,
So we lost that,
yeah.
and then we came back. Big
But
time.
that was like that doesn't even count, dude. War of 1812.
It was
doesn't
bull.
even count.
It was
Yeah,
BS because
that's
he was
crap.
talking about there was the Louisiana Purchase, but then we had to fight England to actually get that land that we
Yeah.
bought. That we bought fair and square.
fair and square.
Fair and square.
France was in
No
a hole.
takebacks.
France was in a hole. And we were like, yeah, we'll buy that shit. France was pawning shit.
No
But
takebacks.
no takebacks. For
But apparently we
sure.
had to fight a war to actually claim the land.
I'm
That's,
not sure.
He said there was like one of those stupid little micro wars everyone just
I
glosses over.
think wasn't the Louisiana Purchase like 1807?
I think so. It might have been Big Jack.
Andrew
The
Jackson.
Battle of New Orleans.
He fought in New Orleans.
It was the Battle of New
Yeah.
Orleans gave us access to the land.
Yeah,
we
he
rightfully
fought
bought.
there. Yes.
Back then, if you had given
Because
me
in 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans and we fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. Well, we fired our guns, but the British kept on coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
damn,
Come on, dude.
Oh, you're in the ale house, dude, just fucking lifting
Yes.
your frosty tin mug.
Hurrah.
Hurrah. I've said it before, dude. Dudes need to be able to get together and just join
sing.
Victoria's song.
That's one thing that the British do have. The British and the Irish have that.
They still do that?
They get fucked up in pubs and sing together.
We got to do it. It's good for your health.
It's good for us to sing.
It's literally, I'm telling you, I'm very close to joining a choir.
Ooh.
It's good for your health.
You weren't kidding about that fucking feminine energy, dude.
Why? What's wrong with the
You're
choir?
going to join a choir?
Dude, that's masculine as hell.
What are you going to sing?
Oh, happy day. No, I would just.
happy day.
He did.
When
No, dude,
Jesus
they did
was-
studies with people with cortisol
When
levels and
Jesus
blood
was-
pressure, and they measure cortisol when you come out of a choir sesh, plummets. There's something about getting together with people and singing. It's good for your health.
Yeah, you're gay.
And it's fun. What?
Yeah, what were they checking how fucking happy everybody was?
It's good for you, dude.
Finally, I can sing with the guys about God.
Yes, dude. Exalt his.
No, you need to get a couple pints and sing about the fucking.
Exalt his glory.
You gotta sing together.
That works. The same thing.
No, you need to start going to. You go to Fishtown, start singing MLS fight songs.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Or just start sing something about just something we did that's victorious that ties us all together. This neighborhood used to be dangerous.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
And now the property. I was saying about Fishtown, that was white people they displaced.
That was Fishtown white hipsters.
Fishtown was honkies.
That are big Antifa now.
But I'm saying they displaced whites. Fishtown was tough, poor whites.
Yes.
And that was...
and now they've been displaced by rich kids.
I used to work with a guy who exclusively, his words, not mine, when he talks about the white dudes who moved into his neighborhood, he just blanketly refers to them as the faggots. That's his words.
I'll be honest, those are his words.
They're his words.
But I think he's spot on, dude.
He's like
just some dude with some fucking kind of chubby white dude with a beard with a gritty tattoo. Just sorry, fascists aren't welcome here.
He goes to his corner bar and they've been coming in and he just doesn't matter your sexual orientation. He's like, our bar, the faggots started coming to our bar. That's how we'd be painting a house and he would just be like, ever since,
That's a major problem.
But they're probably in the bar being like, huzzah, and we moved in.
They're in there.
And I bought this place for $70,000. Yeah. Now it's worth $300,000.
Yes. My dad helped me with that purchase.
My dad knows about carpentry and he did it all for free.
I'm a communist. It's so sick to become a fat pussy communist.
I know.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I was thinking about that.
But you know what also is gay is dudes becoming right wing guys.
Yeah.
That's also very gay.
It's barbaric, dude.
It is cooler than being a fat communist.
It's preferable, yes.
It's preferable of the two evils.
Yes, it's a lesser. It's a lesser, for sure. It's a lesser.
So we side with fascism.
No,
not the fascists.
We tolerate them for geopolitics.
Hell no, the fascists.
They're also
libertarians.
I mean, Shane, I'm going to get real deep on you. I mean, you can't control the internet and all of a sudden call other people fascists. That's a meme I saw on Instagram. You want to shut down the internet and call them fascists? That's fascism, brother.
Yeah, dude. We need to start going down to the communist fat bars and start really fucking cracking skulls, dude. That's what I'm training for right now. I'm doing box steps so that I can find 2 weeks of box steps. I'll be in better shape than the
just
fucking
holding a trash can later.
MLS
charge.
MLS fan, cigarette smoking, fucking cool, depressed dude.
Yeah,
I'd like to punch them in the belly.
They're decadents, dude.
They are.
They're fucking decadent. Like, what's the point? What's even real? Who
it's
cares?
all fucking lame.
It's all bullshit.
No, dude. Football rules.
Yeah, we're bringing in civilization.
Football rules. They need to know that.
But yeah, dude, that needs to stop right now. That whole America's. It's like, no, dude. We need to be like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna fucking bomb. We need our third grade.
Oh, we need the Pakistans.
We need the Pakistans.
Oh, dude. Pakistan is in the bag. Pakistan is in the bag.
But yeah, man, people need to realize, dude. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, dude.
Yeah.
For you to sit in the bar.
You need to start asking not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe stop.
And this is what we do for our country.
Yeah, dude.
We get on the podcast.
Dude, Brittany hit me with
goofs.
Brittany hit me with that shit when Maya was born. She's like, you went the next day and did a podcast. I'm like, dude, Winston Churchill couldn't take sick days to take a day off. It's just the same thing.
Exactly the same thing.
This is the same thing.
Although, even though up the raw, dude, fuck Winston Churchill.
Yeah, what was his deal?
What, Churchill?
Yeah.
You would have liked what he did.
He tried
in World War I. He tried to go at those Ottomans, dude, and he found out.
Did he really?
Yeah, he sent the boys into a.
Don't sleep on Turkey, dude.
Turks got him.
According to this book, Turkey's coming back, and he did call in 2009. I forget exactly what was happening. I think that was like Obama just got elected. So that was like the height of like a lot of the.
Turkey's having a tough time right now. They have what's his name
He just came. Yeah, that guy's beefing with they're dealing with the press. He just attacked.
He's
the press.
having a tough time.
Yeah, the Turkish leader just came at the press and was like,
Fuck.
"Yo, stop with that anti-Turkey bullshit, dude."
His name's Aragon.
Yeah, apparently I looked up Turkey news to see if they were killing it, to see if this guy was right, and I saw that they're having a bit of a squabble right now.
Yeah.
Bit of a tough time. But that's got to stink, especially if you're like a full totalitarian country and like the internet starts coming. That's like, God Damn it.
Yeah, dude. Why are you guys telling everybody what we're doing?
It fucking stinks.
But you know what? Another thing that guy might not predict. Who knows about how the reliance on oil is going to go?
Mhm.
Although I think that's probably going to be around for at least 100 years.
He was saying we're going to go.
100's tough to predict, dude.
Well, he said we're going to get out like space generated energy. So we're going to have like solar panels. He's like solar panels on the land. It's too much. It's too clunky. It's kind of shitty. He's like, but we're going to go out and
set them up on the moon.
We're going to start harnessing
Wi-Fi
energy.
the energy back.
He said radio waves or something.
I'd like to get some radioactive bullshit
basically
flying around.
Some kind of waves. We're going to send energy back in wave form.
Yeah.
And just harness energy from outer space, and it's not going to be a thing. Problem's going to be the population dip. That's going to be the issue.
The population dip is going to be tight.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's not bad.
Money's going to workers are going to get paid more.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start being like, enticing immigrants to come here. The country's going to be so nasty. When we go, come on, guys, that's going to, all the fat pussies in the bar are going to get, excuse me.
Yeah.
All the dudes from like Dagestan be like, oh, excuse me, can I get a beer?
Pardon me.
Excuse me. Ew, stop.
Yeah.
But they'll be so rich by then.
The Dagestanis coming in and bulldogging them.
It's going to be sick. We need fresh blood, dude. The fat pussies are going to be like, actually, you can't. There's going to be like 40 Dagestanis. Like, what? Like, never mind, sir.
Nothing.
You guys comment? We fucking hate communism, dude. We're from fucking Dagestan.
True.
They're going to be like, oh, I'm sorry.